Hello, hello, hello. Who we have after this one? Hello, 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 and welcome to the rewind of the Azure Radio. Tonight we are going to be listening to the 3-year anniversary of HFL Magazine. If you don't know what HFL Magazine is, you definitely haven't been following me, but you can go to www.K4SEnt.com and check it out and see who's on the cover. We have Paige Frazier, who is currently working with The Lion King. Well, not currently, but after this Rona situation, she's working on the Lion King on Broadway. So enjoy, you guys. Shout out to Kevin Forrest. That's the owner. Make sure you follow him at K4S_ENT on all social media. Hey. Hey, Adelina. Shout out to Ashley and Petrie. Y'all meet her very soon. Hey, Zarina. Hashtag no crabs in the barrel. Hey, this is my 5. Thank you. They spent so much game in this interview. Who y'all? Shout out to Diva Ebony B. I forgot he made that joke. It's not coming out? Hold on. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Let me see what's going on. Oh, that's weird.
It's not coming out? Hold on.
Let me see what's going on. Hold on.
Hold on.
Pause it real quick for you guys. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Let me pause this real quick for y'all. Gotta love when things don't act all crazy. Hold on 1 second. Because I could hear it at first, and now it's acting all crazy. So hold on. Let me replay that for you, since you said you weren't able to hear that. Take these headphones out of here. Because it's playing super duper clear. So let's try and turn them off. Yeah, let's do that. Let's redo that real quick because it's really, really good. So, like I said, we're testing and trying to make sure that everything is doing what it's supposed to do. Hold on, I don't know why it was. So we're gonna start that over because why? Because it's my show and I can do what I want. So, you know.
Blog Talk Radio.
Because this is really good, so y'all need to hear all of this. So if you can't hear it, then we gotta make sure that everybody can hear.
This is MC Light. You're listening to Ladies Night Radio with your host. I am Brandon and Miss Danaya, the station that supports the evolution of the ladies movement.
Oh, it's all good because it was working fine earlier, but now I cut up. Child, I ain't worried about it.
It's all
we
good.
Have time.
Craven on your dial, Danaya. I am Brandon.
Hi, Keisha. Hi. We just started over. Yes.
Hey. Hey.
Oh, I was jamming. It was the headphones. I was chilling. I was jamming. It was good. And now it's like all like about crazy. It is what it is. You see me cutting up with us all. Love, no worries. What's good? Hey. What's going on? You are now tuned into the Azure Radio. Next Legacy Radio Rewind. Interview with HFL Magazine owner K4S Ent International Supermodel Kenya Thomas is in the building. And trust and believe they have, woo baby, I'm gonna tell you right now, they have an amazing adjuvant and amazing service. So y'all need to check this out, honey.
Say you wanna know about
shout out to Ashley Petrie. You'll be seeing her in a couple weeks. She's thebomb.com.
But are you ready for the story? I guess I'll tell you just a little bit so you can get the picture. Tell you about the beforehand. Now you're living firsthand to see after. The things I've seen, you just wouldn't believe what I've been through, the way that I've lived. Lord knows it's been much worse for me, but I don't wish any of it on my worst enemy. I wasn't born yesterday. Nothing can surprise me. I'm not a fool, you won't get shit past me. So if you love me, just be good to me. Don't tell me nothing that I already heard. I just don't have the patience. Show me something I ain't already seen. Come at me correct in the story. Don't tell me nothing that I've already heard. I just don't have the time. Show me something I ain't already seen. Come at me correct. I am a short fuse, I have a quick temper. They say that I am quick to anger. That if you cross me, I'm not the same person. But I suggest it, don't test it. That's who I am, a flawed personality. And now you know a little bit why. I build walls, I tend to burn bridges. Why I don't give out second chances. I know that it made me who I am. I refuse to play the victim. I promise I won't make you pay for what he did. Just promise me you won't be anything like him. I wasn't born yesterday. Nothing can surprise me. I'm not a fool. This shit tests me. So if you love me, just be good to me. Don't tell me nothing that I've already heard. I just won't have the patience. Show me something I ain't already seen. Come at me correct in the story. Don't tell me nothing that I've already heard. I just don't have the time. Show me something I ain't already seen. Come at me correct. Don't tell me nothing that I've already heard. I just don't have the patience.
Yeah, right? Oh yeah, this track. This is one of the first songs she wrote. This was still my favorite.
Don't tell me nothing that I've already heard. I just don't have the time. Show me something I ain't already seen. Come at me correct and the story. Hey.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Case. And right now I'm rocking with HFL all day.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the final Ladies Night Radio on Next Legacy. I am your host, Danaya, and my lovely co-host is in the building as well. Hey, Mama.
Diva Ebony D on the spot, on the grind. But it may be the last show, but it's a legacy, baby. It's a legacy.
Absolutely. And I couldn't think of how to end it on a better note. We have the owner of HFL Magazine in the building, Mr. Kevin Forrest, aka K4S, as well as the very first Vision of Beauty, Ms. Kenya Thomas, is also in the building. And this is just going to be an epic night. HFL Magazine is going on its third year. The biggest thing about HFL Magazine is a magazine that celebrates and appreciates women of all shapes and sizes. It's a magazine that's about artists, but my biggest thing is that it's supportive to Black women. It's the first magazine that I've seen that doesn't have all these crazy fashion pictures, and it's all about showcasing classy African American women and women of all shapes and sizes and nationalities. And I'm so happy to have both of these amazing people on. So I'm about to unleash your mics right now. Miss Kenya Thomas is in the building. Hey, Mama.
Hola. Hi, how you guys doing?
Good. And Mr. K4S, Kevin Forrest, is also in the building. Welcome to Ladies Night, both of you. How are you?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
We're good.
Great.
Oh my goodness, 3 years. Like, this is crazy.
Mind you, we're going into year 9 now. So shout out to HFL Magazine.
I thought it was like so fast.
Wow. It's insane because people are probably wondering, well, why in the world are we talking about this magazine? So what happened was I was commissioned to do a piece for fabulous New Jersey designer Polo the Fur King 3 years ago. And he was like, yeah, by the way, no pressure, but it's going to be in a magazine. I'm like, okay. So my biggest thing is, okay. And he's like, I'm like, what's the name of the magazine? He said HFL. I'm like, what does that stand for? Hustlers for Life. Well, I'm just thinking of all the other things that Hustlers stand for, and I'm just like, oh, Lord, okay. Let there be one picture to show my parents. That's all I asked for, one picture to show my parents. and so I get this magazine, and it's just amazing. And I still have that copy specifically, but I have every other copy after that, and it's something that I talk about when I go to meetings with models. I mean, and I've had an ad in this magazine since 2012, as well as I've also had a feature. And so when I was thinking about, it's So when I was thinking about what I wanted to do for my last show, I was like, I have to celebrate HFL. It comes out next week on the 21st, by the way. So make sure y'all get your copy. You know.
Next Monday. Yep.
Yes. So I guess my first question would be for Mr. K4S. With everything that you've done, what in the world inspired you to do a magazine?
Well, it's funny how it all came about because, when I first got in the whole entertainment thing, it was a lot of crab in a barrel kind of mentality.
Shots and hashtag no crabs in the barrel.
Find someone that wanted to interview you. I had to basically, beg people to get on music, and things of that nature in order to even kind of establish myself. So I said to myself, I needed to create an avenue for people that have that focus and that drive, but don't have the opportunity because they're surrounded by the crab in a barrel mentality. And that's where HFL kind of came from.
That's what's up. And Miss Kenya, so what got you started when it came to modeling?
I really didn't even choose modeling. If you see me, you see pictures, like candid pictures of me, and I'm wearing like combat boots. I don't even look like a typical model when I'm not modeling. I hate wearing heels. So I honestly feel like it kind of chose me. I got into it and it came so easy to me, and for the first time it was something that I became passionate about. It made me such a better person because all of the
much love to everyone in the chat as well in the bushes. I say you was good.
Modeling and getting to where I was trying to go. And I think when I realized I was starting to influence other people in a good way, that's when it was like confirmation for me. I was like, oh, you have a purpose now.
Right.
So that's what I love about it now, and that's what I love about HFL Magazine, because I thought the same thing. Like I heard the name, I was like, what is it about? I'm sure I probably got on Chaos nerves because I would ask them a million and one questions, like, what is it about? What content does it contain? Like, I was probably annoying as all outdoors, but it's the energy you get when you run into someone and you just know something good's going to come from it. I think it wasn't really, it was a beginning idea and it wasn't really much to show for at first because it was just being put together, but it's just the energy that he had.
Hey, Shan, what's goody?
You can feel that.
Came to the perfect time.
Come together, you can feel there's something good, and I'm just
Charm Squad in the building. Yes.
Where I'm at now, and to see each other progress after all these years, I think it's so dope.
Absolutely.
Kenya, she responded to a casting call, and I was like, okay, she's cute for what she got going on. She got a couple of things going on, but then when I actually had a conversation with her, it was like, oh, she's got that drive. This girl's gonna be the it factor. You know what I mean? And so it was like, definite. I had like, this is the first. This is gonna be the. I went to my staff. I was like, give her 8 pages. I don't care. Whatever you gotta do. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we definitely hit it off the first time we spoke. I think when we finally spoke, it was just like confirmation. I was like, I like them. That's
right. Definitely. Miss Diva Ebony B, what are your questions so far?
Oh my God, I just want to say I'm so proud. Peace Queen and Peace King for doing your things and just, striving and taking care of your business and hustling for life. I mean, that's very, very catchy. That's what it's all about. It makes you want to know more. But my question is, when you're interviewing and when you're sitting down with people, what do you consider to be a hustler for life? Because a lot of people really have a misunderstanding. So before you put people in your magazine, what are a couple of things that you are looking for that consider them to be a hustler for life?
Well, first and foremost, you're definitely right. A lot of people have a misconception. And I guess it's not really a misconception per se. It's like the idea of the hustler is so negative. Someone that's grimy and doing underhanded things to get from point A to point B. So what I did was I kind of created a double meaning, because the hustler is just someone who's willing to do and die for what make things happen, you know. And so that for me is the prime criteria, because if you look at the progression of HFL Magazine, you know, outside of the people that, you know, that end up on the covers and they've got themselves established already and things like that.
Shout out to Rashida. If y'all were in Goddess Live earlier, she was talking about Rashida and Kirk. Rashida was actually on the cover of HFL.
These people have gone on to become like superstars in their own right. You know, Miss Kenya Thomas is definitely a prime example of that. You know, I mean,
absolutely.
I'm in Times Square eating a hot dog. You know what I mean? And I'm looking up and I'm like, is that Kenya on the billboard? Am I bugging right now? Do I see on the billboard? Last time I checked, she was on cable access television. I don't know what. You know, but like what I really look for is that mentality and that focus, because the legacy of HFL really depends on the content. If I pull people out or pick people out and I say, okay, this person, you know, is someone that you need to know about. 2 years from now, I want people to remember that HFL truly introduced them to this person, and that's how we've been rolling.
Yeah. That is absolutely amazing. And one more question. For HFL, what is your long-term vision for the magazine? What's the next level for the magazine that you after all this hard work that you put it in? And what is your long-term vision? You were 3 years in now, so you got 2 more years before you reach the 5-year mark. So what is your long-term vision?
I mean, long-term vision really is to get the print publication, you know, from being independently distributed to like a mass production level, you know, where you can walk into your Walmart or your Kroger's or whatever, and you know, you got Jet Magazine, the Forrest XXL, and then you got HFL bags. That's really where I want to see that publication go, you know, and it just allowed me to even dream bigger, you know, and create a brand for the HFL phenomenon, where then I want to see radio for that. I want to see a television network. I want to see all of these different things, you know, kind of branch it all out into a media division. But for the magazine itself, definitely seeing the print publication in stores, that's the long-term goal.
That's definitely what's up. And with that vision, with that goal, it's going to happen. You ain't got this far. It's definitely going to happen. And it sounds like you got everything right now. Peace, Queen Kenya, thank you for coming on to Ladies Night. Thank you for being a lady.
Of course. Thank you. You guys have been so awesome to me and just received me so well, like upon meeting me, and I'm really grateful for all you guys.
Oh, most definitely. You're paving the way for a lot of women, young girls, that's coming up in the industry. What's 2 things that you would advise them to do, stepping into modeling, so they can 2 good choices that they can make to make sure they got solid hills in the modeling industry, I would say?
Well, you know, for me, a lot of people who know me personally know I'm extremely spiritual, probably the biggest weirdo they know. I always tell people, don't try to force something to happen. I feel like you have to align your actions, your thoughts, and your words, and trust the universe. Like, you know what you want. Keep on moving, and the universe will lead you there. You know, and trust that it'll happen, because it will. And don't try to keep anyone else from their blessings. We're not that powerful. All you're doing is affecting the opportunities that come your way. When you help other people win, you'll end up winning in turn. Always. So it is, you know, teamwork makes the dream work. Don't try to hold anyone back. They're not keeping you from where you're trying to go. You know, so just don't look at it as a competition. Even though it's modeling and it's a competitive field, it's not a competition. No, none of it's competition. The next thing I would say, and this is actually what I'm kind of going through now, is being yourself and not having to feel like you need to be what everyone else needs you to be. You know, the world needs our talent. You know, there's only one of us. If you're trying to be someone else, well, there's already someone else, and they're better at being them than you are. So, you know, be yourself. And it's hard, especially when you're in a field where you have to be a chameleon, and
your paycheck depends on how well you can be something else. And especially when you start to grow a little bit of a fan base and they want you to be a certain way, it's very easy to get lost in that. And that's where that's where I'm at. And so that's why I'm trying to focus spiritually and get myself together so I can come back and be like, okay, look, I know what you guys know me for. I know what you want me to be, but, this is me. And if you really don't like that, then you don't like Kenya. And I appreciate that you love my work, but at the end of the day, I'm still a human being also.
You're absolutely right about that, about being yourself. And I always say that to Danaya, teamwork makes the dream work. It's about being a team and be yourself. And, even when, I came into radio and doing my thing, they like, oh, even my family was like, oh, you're going to be the next Whitney Williams and the next such and such. I said, no, I just want to be the first Ebony B. I don't want to be anybody else. I just want to be the first Ebony B, and that's what I'm going to be. Second question, networking. I know that you go to networking events and network socials and network this and network that and network this. What is one of your favorite things about networking? And when you do decide to network with somebody or attach your brand to them or do business with them, what is one thing that you're looking for?
Is it me or KF?
No, you can.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I was like, I don't know if I should answer that. To me, the biggest thing for me is feeling. I'm like I said before, outside of what I do, like spiritually, everything moves me. So there's been, like, for instance, I just met with MTV a couple of weeks ago for a show, and the last meeting that I had with them, my stomach was turning in knots. And I was like, this isn't a good idea. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? It's one thing to be nervous, but you just should not be doing it. And I just had to back out of it because I just felt my spirit would not let me do it. It would beat me up the whole way through if I decided to go on with it. So, I met people who didn't have anything established, but, their energy was so great. I was like, give them some time and they're going to be something really big. Let me be a part of it now. And, above all else, let's be honest, even if I don't fully believe in your vision right now, I'll always make it a point to tell you how much I do support what you do because, when I first started modeling, I'm going to be real honest with you guys now. When I first started modeling, I just dropped out of college. I was working the night shift at Waffle House and I was on probation. So,
wow.
I tell people, trust me, if I can get to where I'm at, there's no excuse. You can get there because I was going through it. I was going through it. Like I said, modeling made me the best person I could possibly be. But no one believed in me when I first started, and I don't blame them because I was a hot mess back then. But seeing where I'm at now, it's a lot of people that do come back in contact with me. They're like, you came a long way, and I'm like, I know, and that's probably why a lot of people. I came a long way. I'm telling you, if you would have known me back when I was a teenager, totally different Kenya. And I think that's a lot of what keeps me grounded in the work that I do. Because I know what it feels like to have absolutely nothing. Even your future is in jeopardy because you don't know how it's going to end up. I know what it feels like to have the lowest amount. So, I don't let this affect me. So energy is everything. Regardless of, you can be rich and have terrible energy and it's crap, but you can have nothing and you're just waiting on that opportunity that, to present itself. So yeah, that's the biggest thing with networking.
That's what's up. That's amazing, and I'm just so proud of you. I'm so proud of you for just keep thriving and you just today. Thank you for saving me. But I'm very proud of you. And Danaya, I'm going to throw it back to you, Queen. It's Ladies Night.
Hey. Yes, Ladies Night Radio and Nice Legacy. If you guys want to talk to K4S or Miss Kenya Thomas, you can dial us at 949-270-5912. That's 949-270-5912. The call lines are lighting up. ICU 904. We will definitely get to you in a bit. The area codes are all over the map. This is awesome. So I have a question. It applies to both of you. You can figure out which one wants to answer first. As an African American in this industry, what has been your biggest struggle?
Kenya, I'm gonna let you have the floor first. Go ahead, you got that.
To me, I think there's definitely a struggle with media's perception of what beauty is. You know, I would think I'm a fairly confident person. You know, we all have our hang-ups of different things, but we can't ignore the fact that light skin, long hair, you know what I mean, that's kind of what's promoted as the standard of beauty. So when I first started modeling, especially when the natural hair thing wasn't really a movement yet. No one was wearing the hair natural really. I was so insecure about it because my agency made me top my hair off because I was the only African American model with natural hair. All the other models had, you know, perm straight processed hair. And the comments I used to get at first, because remember I was still on probation at this time, so no one really like respected my craft yet, and everyone was like, oh, they have you out here looking a hot mess, and it kind of, and I was a teenager at that time, so I struggled with that a lot, and, you know, so, I mean, at this point, you know, I still have my little hang-ups, but for the most part, I'm pretty confident in where I'm at as far as that goes. The other thing is, it's not talked about much, but there is a lot of prejudice and, you know what I mean, a little bit of racial, we'll use the word preference, in the modeling industry. There's plenty of jobs where I've went and auditioned, and they were like, well, you know, we already have enough black models. We don't need more. Like, you know, we already hit our quota. You know what I mean? They wouldn't even let me audition. Or I remember there was one show. This one was probably the one I still talk about to this day. It was when I first came to Atlanta, and it hurt my feelings because this particular show had, you know, models of a lighter complexion, and I was told that I wouldn't be a good fit for the show because me being so dark would throw off the continuity of the show because for all the rest of the yep, it would throw the whole show off. And I cried and cried, you know, so that's still running to this day, you know. So I think it's more so the perception of beauty that's kind of like the biggest struggle for me.
That show sucked anyway. How you gonna throw off the show?
Right? Exactly. How you gonna throw off the continuity of the show? That's some ignorant racist mess. Like that's just some bull. I'm so sorry. That's just
Queen, you tell me about that show in the chat room, okay? You tell me about that show in the private room. We don't need to fix that. Tell Diva about that.
Now, is that the show that led to probation? I mean, is that what led to probation? Like,
right? Smash on the people at the daggone show.
I'm telling you, so I think that's why I'm so particular in how I do things and why I'm so encouraging to people because I know what it feels like. I'm sure it won't be the last. You start to realize, you know, the higher up you go and the more money you start dealing with, it only gets worse from there, to be honest. You know, so we have to stop tearing each other down. That's the one thing about our race we have to work on. You know, we don't build each other up, and we're so quick to tear each other down so quick. So I just make it a point to, you know, if I see my fellow brown girl, I'm on it. Like I'm telling her how beautiful she is, how much I love her.
Yeah, Keisha, it was crazy.
Hair, you know what I mean? All the things that she can do, how powerful we are.
But I've heard that from multiple black models. The same thing.
Before you answer, I have somebody that wants to have a question real quick. I got the 904. You are on Ladies Night Radio with Kevin Forrest and Kenny Thomas. Who is this?
Miss Paparazzi.
Oh,
hey, Queen.
How are you?
I'm awesome. How you guys doing?
Good.
Good. What's going on, Miss Pop?
Hey, darling. Hey, Kay. Nothing much. Hot in the city of Florida. I was listening to the model in State Party.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just in Florida. Shout out to Florida.
Yes, it was raining and it got hot, then it was raining and it got hot and it got hotter.
Oh yes, I was on St. Augustine Beach and the weather was ridiculous out there.
Now, see, I was just at St. Augustine Sunday down at the Conch House.
Oh, nice. We were in the same place then. We were definitely in the same place.
Yes, I love the Conch House.
Definitely. Appreciate you calling, Miss Pop. I appreciate the support. The paparazzi's done a lot of photography. You know what I mean? And a lot of people that feature in HFL have gotten a chance to be in front of her lens. She's done a few things for the mayor. She's always supported me for years, and I appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you. I just got a chance to shoot Boosie, little Boosie and Webby. Been shot Webby, but Boosie was in town, and he gave an awesome show. He really did. The crowd didn't support much, but the city didn't come out and support much. But he really gave a awesome show. By me being a photographer, I've been in the venue and seen, Jeezy and Clyde and 8Ball and MJG and all these people perform. But Boosie stepped his game. He really did. He did an awesome show.
That's what's up. Congratulations on his success.
Well, I hope he do right. That's the thing. Like everybody talks about Chris Brown. I hope Chris Brown do right. They embraced him. The first time he got locked up and he got out, they embraced him. So now they embracing him again after all his foolishness. So let's see what he does next.
Right. He messed up again. He might as well just quit at this point. Cause oh my goodness.
Then you do something else, she might have just quit. Don't do that now.
Right. If
Chris Brown is young.
I mean, he's young, but keeps on screwing up. Like if he after all of this and people embrace him again and he screws up again, like you know what, we don't have to let you chill out for a few years and then maybe you can come back.
He needs like a personality rehabilitation or something.
It's kind of working for Chris Brown. I'm gonna go do something stupid again.
No. I mean, that kind of marketing seems to work for celebrities, though, for whatever reason.
He's the bad boy. He's the bad boy in the industry right now, and everybody's looking at that. You understand? Especially the females. The females like, okay, Chris Brown, bad boy, tatted up. He's grown up. He has to dance smooth. He has sex appeal. I'm 43 years old, and I rock with Chris Brown. I love his music. The boy is talented. It's just like R. Kelly. When R. Kelly was going through his legal problems.
I'm a bad
what do we do?
man.
What do we do? We embrace it.
That's what he said. Anytime
I said R. Kelly, I'm gonna do that. Cause I would just do R. Kelly, but that's what I live for.
You know what? I tell everybody.
I'm so out. You ever realize that every time R. Kelly gets in trouble, he talks about a gospel inspiration song every time he does it.
He drops a gospel inspirational song, and then he drops the hottest R&B album, Black Panties.
Right.
How do you do that? You do a gospel inspirational song and get you over.
There's no denying. He's talented. Like 20 years, he's talented.
We're not saying he's not talented.
He's a genius.
No. Yeah.
I mean, I
you can't deny greatness. You can't deny greatness when it comes down to R. Kelly.
Right.
You can't. You want to still go this out with somebody, keep that person on, videotape it. But his music, it is what it is.
Right.
It is what it is. So I thank you for. I had to call in and support. KF has supported me in my photography. I'm like the underdog in the city of Jacksonville, the only Black female event photographer.
The modeling industry is a little strict, but like
with a lot of male photographers.
It's tricky. I'm gonna have some models on here.
I have a
someone to come talk
here,
about that or what they can talk about.
Here, but when they say, "Oh, who's coming to the arena?"
Miss Paparazzi gonna be in the building. You know, I'm a shine.
Well, that's what's up. What's your get out of here? What's your Twitter where they can find you at, Mama?
I don't have a Twitter. I have an Insta and a Facebook. I just can't tweet. That's just like boring to me. Instagram is Paparazzi Photography, POPARAZZI Photography, FOTOGRAPHY.
Okay.
Yeah. And Facebook is Miss Paparazzi Photography.
Awesome. That's what's up. That's what's up. Thank you so much for calling in, Mama.
Y'all have a blessed evening. Keep doing what you're doing. Big ups to you. Much success. Good night.
Good night. All right, we got another caller from the 904-415. You are on Ladies Night Radio with K4S and Kenya Thomas. Who is this?
Hey, y'all. It's Monica Monet. How y'all doing?
Hey.
How are you? Hey. Chris Brown is fine, too. Well, hey, what's going on?
Yeah, it will be. Oh, trust.
With Monica.
Yeah, that's gonna be part of the Hey Chupa. Hi, what's good? Charm Squad in the building. Yeah, so that's gonna be
this year. She got a new single out as well. You know,
I know Twitter is not as relevant as it was before, but it's still relevant.
So I got a lot of love. I appreciate you, Mo.
Same here. Appreciate you too.
But your Instagram is lit, just my five. I'm loving your Mad Libs. I'm like, I gotta get back into my Mad Libs because this my five is a beast on that. So I'm trying to get Goddess into those too.
I hear about Chris Brown.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that's
getting locked up.
Oh, did he get locked up or did he get they were letting him go?
He's out.
Oh yeah, well we know he won't stay in there too long.
Right.
Too long. He a bad boy, but I hope he, realize that at the end of the day, that, you have to get older. And I think I've been thinking when you're younger and stuff, go through that, but when you're young and you're a superstar and you're in the cameras, it's a lot worse. So
you give us Snapchat. Well, there's kind of no point for Snapchat now because Instagram got stories. So it's like Instagram got stories, TikTok, like Snapchat's kind of it's there, but I don't want to snap like that either.
You become famous.
Oh man, your freaking Instas. I was like, yes, okay. I love it. So much fun.
You have everything at your disposal.
So make sure y'all following just my 5 cents. Type your Instagram in the chat so people can follow you.
I think if you were just so young and
because you called you.
So now that character.
If you guys are in this broadcast, make sure you're following one another if you haven't already done so.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. Just growing things, we do some stupid stuff that is not all over TV.
At some point, I get to the point where I do call-ins, but that'll probably be once I start doing live interviews. So.
I'm not perfect. Some random stuff does happen in my life. Don't get me wrong.
It ain't all over TV.
It's not all over TV.
You're not on TMZ where
exactly.
You just seen Kenya out and about. She just punched that girl in the face.
Mr. Ferrari be taking pictures and Mr. Forrest will have it in HFL Magazine. Like, hey,
oh, that's exactly. No doubt.
You're welcome. Absolutely.
It was 630. I see you. 904. I see you. 904. I see you. We definitely get to your call in a little bit.
I think we actually broke Blog Talk with this interview. Like legit, broke Blog Talk. y'all see. Should I say where they call in that night? Deanna, what's goody?
Heaven Forrest and international model, Miss Kenya Thomas. So yeah, this is really dope. Man, it's awesome.
And what was your question?
Where do you go to get information or inquire about getting into HFL Magazine? How would I go about submitting, or how do I contact you about getting in the magazine?
Okay. Well, actually, I have a website, K4SEnt.com, because the full brand is K4S Entertainment and HFL Magazine.
Yep, that's you see on the screen. www.K4SEnt.com. www.K4SEnt.com. It's all in the comments below. All in the comments below. Not in the comments, I'm sorry, in the description. My mistake. All in the description. Everything you need is in the description.
So that's K4SEnt.com.
Yeah, like K4S Ent.com. Yep.
Thank you.
Cool. We got a call from the 904 that wants to say hello. Hold on, wait, wrong person. Wait, I'm sorry, the 763. 763, you are in the building. Who is that?
Yes, make sure you follow K4S_ENT on all social media. Make sure you follow K4SENT_ENT on all social media.
What's going on?
John, how are you?
I'm pretty good. I called in to show support to my girl Danaya. You know, she's always supporting me in my radio show on Saturday night, so I figured I would definitely make sure I let her know that I tune in all the time and check it out. I'm sorry this is y'all last show or whatever, you know what I'm saying, because you know, y'all kind of interesting. You're a little, you know, what's going on.
Yes, this is the Chicago fam. What is good? Thank you so much for calling in. You're absolutely awesome. He just started his radio show 3 weeks ago and killing the game. I'm like, how is every single artist I hear dope? Like, I've never heard this before. This is amazing. So, but I think he rocks with the best, and he's showcasing the best in our city, and that is what is so super cool. That's why I say CSOO, because he rocks. Love him to death.
Thank you. I think it's harder to do the show the way that you guys were doing it, because there's no music. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you guys are able to talk and hold an audience's attention for your whole show length, and that's pretty impressive. I haven't been able to do that. I use music.
You can do it.
You can do it.
You can do it. Because he can talk. He can talk. So you can do it. There's no problem. You can do it. And we got a lot to talk about because we got this crazy city. So yeah, you can do it. It's definitely possible.
Yeah, the magazine though. The last caller answered my question already. So now I know where I gotta go to see how I can go about getting on the website.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Just submit at K4SENT.com. And you know, my assistant will get back to you in 24 to 48 hours. So you can submit for photography, for a feature. If you're a writer, you know, you have an opinion, and I think that is dope. You know, it could definitely end up on the website, in the magazine. You know, definitely submit something.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Well, I just want to let you guys know I'm definitely listening. I'm gonna be here for the whole show. If I ain't online, I'm gonna be on this phone. So either way it goes, I'm still here. Keep it up, man. Y'all make me laugh talking about breezy ass. He keep
breezy. That's what's up.
Shout out to Mike, aka Big Taz.
No, I'm here, y'all.
Alrighty.
He was heading up a music school, actually Prince's old music school, as a matter of fact. So in Minnesota, he's no longer in Chicago.
Hey Diva, how are you?
How are you?
I'm awesome. I'm just calling in. Colleen, showing you some love to my diva girl.
Oh, Colleen, I forgot Colleen. Ciao. She's worked with everyone, Smashing Pumpkins, Tammy, Foxy 60, like
wonderful
everyone.
Show. I'm looking at it. I'm listening to the show. I'm checking you guys all out. It's wonderful and just beautiful show. The magazine is really cool. I like what it's about. And the modeling story freaked me out because I checked out her page and she's gorgeous. Isn't she? Oh my goodness.
Absolutely beautiful. I was like, seriously? How y'all not gonna work Kenya? Like, what do you?
But it's your lives. You can do whatever. That's the cool thing about doing lives is it's your lives. You can do whatever you want. You can be whatever you want. You can do whatever you want because it's your page.
Thank you, baby. Yes. Colleen has been such an amazing supporter. We actually started working together because she used to work with North Roxy 60, and so we connected through that. And then we were working with Danny when he was doing a solo career in music, and we killed that. Almost 10,000 downloads with us promoting. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? And now Danny's doing the photography. And I'm hoping he calls in, not you yell at him real quick, because he's actually the one that did the photography for my first he did my first jewelry photography, and then he also did the photography for my ad featuring Delilah Torres, who was an amazing Chicago model. So
Shout out to Silk Marti photography, man. Woo, child.
Star Sounds and all my artists that I've worked with. You've been more than our number one supporter. You know, with North Rock, with Trainwreck, whatever I had going on, you always supported me. And I just wanted to call in and show you love and tell you I love you and I appreciate you. And you're doing amazing. And I'm so proud of you and all that you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, my goodness.
You're welcome, and I love it. It took me 3 years, you know, but hey.
I know you work with the best in the business. What are you talking about?
Well, you know, that's we are changing, you know, Star Sounds is changing gears. I'm out of the artist management momager phase of my life right now. I'm being momager. I'm stick to being momager.
Mompreneurs. Someone.
Oh man, shit. No. And I'm gonna and we're about to open up a new school, and we'll be focusing on music business, DJ production, and Ableton. And so yeah, I got my hands full, but the artist realm, I'll always be there to consult and what have you. But I think I'm retiring the momager hat for the time being. But I'll always, you're always in my, you know, where you're one of my closest friends. I love you and I'm proud of you, and I just want to call you and say hi.
That's what's up. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much.
And everyone on this show this evening is very inspiring, and I hope you guys all do well in your endeavors, and HFL, keep doing your thing. You have an awesome magazine, and you're Miss Girlfriend, beautiful. You're beautiful, soul inside and out. Don't ever let anyone tell you different.
Thank you.
Thank you, Colleen. Love you, Mama.
Bye, Diva.
Bye. All right, 949-537. You are on Ladies Night Radio. Who is this? Hello.
Hello.
Hello, who is that?
This is Joe.
Oh, Easy, what's going on?
Hi, Kev. Finally, I got through.
Yes, this is nice.
Just call every time like no.
Right.
Yeah.
I appreciate you calling in, Mama. Joe's actually the next Vision of Beauty in the upcoming anniversary issue coming out on Monday.
Vision of Beauty. Hey, girl.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. I love it.
I'm in let's go right now. Oh my God. Thank you, guys, for the opportunity.
No problem. You made it easy. You made it easy. You guys got a beautiful spirit. You got a hustler mentality. And, you have the look. I mean, it was a no-brainer for me.
I
love it.
all of that off of one picture.
Well, no, remember, I saw you in person.
Oh, yeah, you did. You saw me on a bad note. It's okay.
That's the beautiful part about it. Like, even when we're not looking perfect, the imperfections is what's gorgeous. I've never seen you before, and I can tell that you were just a gorgeous person. I can tell already. I don't even have to see you.
I try to be though. I mean, it's hard at times, but I try to keep my mind and try to stay humble. And it doesn't work too well, but.
I mean, we don't keep at it. Keep at it.
I'm trying. It's kind of like, even though I'm not out there,
it's like I'm trying to get in the feel of what it would be like if I was to be mainstream or in the spotlight all the time. And I don't know if I can handle it.
I think the main thing for me is just staying grounded so much. Like I said, the point where Danaya and Kev, both of them are on my Facebook, and I'm constantly always talking about finding myself, grounding myself, spiritual meditation. Like I said, the more people to do, and the more people want to be something, they get so easy for you to lose yourself. And I'll be honest with you that you're not going to lose yourself because you get caught up into all of this. Like, to just, keep ahead, meditate if you can, pray, whatever works for you. And I like to stay around people who keep me humble. So, my friends are always quick to be like, look, girl, you ain't hot. Okay, calm down. You know what I mean? So, staying around people who can keep you humble, staying grounded, meditating, realizing that everything that you have, you can lose it just as fast as you get it.
Absolutely.
And I think when you keep that in mind, the humility, it doesn't go too far. It'll stay with you.
Oh man, those are, you know what? And I actually use those words right now with everything that's going on and so much negative energy just around me right now. That's really good to hear. So,
yeah, get that the negative energy you gotta get away from you. Even if it's a family member, even if it's a best friend, boyfriend, whoever, you can't expect to live in a positive world with negative energy right now.
Whatever you take in, that's what you're gonna get out. You know what I'm saying? If you're taking in nothing but negative energy, it's gonna continue. You just have to be as positive as possible and surround yourself with people with a similar mindset.
And girl, if you need some positive words, you need someone to vent to, you can always contact me. There's a few things we stick together, and so yeah, I mean,
definitely looking for you on Facebook. I'm gonna see you on Facebook ASAP.
Yeah. If you don't have anyone positive around you, I'll be with her. For sure.
See, done made friends through a radio connection. This is nice. I feel the love. But I'm sorry. But I just want to say, Kev, congratulations on your magazine.
Thank you, Mama.
Thank you for featuring. What is like the 100th edition of it?
Not quite. He's trying to get there, though. It looks like
what she's doing is she's foretelling it. She's foretelling.
I'm just super excited to be featured in it. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, you deserve it. You definitely deserve it more than you realize.
Because I'm still trying to realize like how this happened, but I'm not complaining.
You're gonna keep on wondering because I look back at all that I've done and I'm like, how did this even happen? It's never gonna go away. You're always gonna be amazed at how it happened because none of us really know how it happened. Like, you never know how to make it happen. It just does. So just keep pushing, keep on moving, and you'll get there.
Right. Okay. Well, thank y'all. And maybe next time I won't be on hold for so long. My ear is like burning hot over here.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. You gotta go through as the calls come in. So calls are coming in like crazy. So.
A lot of HFL love out there.
Yes, a lot of HFL love. That's what's up. Thank you, Mama, for calling in. Can't wait to see you in the next issue.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, bye, Joe.
949-4669. Who is this? You are on Ladies Night Radio, K4S and Kenya Thomas. Who's in the building? Did you say 904-469-5910? Yeah. This is the phone number, baby.
Well, damn, you can't do that.
Guys,
I'm goofy as hell right now. I'm just listening so hard. I couldn't even like hear the last three speeches that you said. I'm so glad that the red meat finally parted. This is Miss Angel. I'm calling to represent and show my boy Kev some love. Seriously.
Angel, how you?
I am good, boy. I have been waiting, trying to get on so I can just call, congratulate. Worth the wait, though. I'm just glad the red meat finally parted.
I appreciate it, definitely. Miss Angel was the Vision of Beauty also this year, so she's another fellow Vision of Beauty, you know. Miss Angel, you know, Angelica, she's definitely, you know, one of the Vision of Beauties as well. You know, I appreciate her.
I appreciate you too, honey. I really do, man. I mean, I've been listening to the show.
Hi, Lydia. How are you?
I will say, man, this has been like an awesome show. Y'all are like dope for real. Like just hearing all the different topics that y'all are talking about, and then like even hearing, you know, y'all encourage.
We're gonna pause this at 9 o'clock and actually go over to Facebook and I'm gonna show you guys
your thing. Like seriously,
this concert from the crib. So yeah,
thank you.
It's gonna be really fun. I'm excited.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Well, I just wanted to show some love and some support. So, wanted to let you know I'm here and I'm down with the HFL Magazine movement.
Adelina, love you, queen.
Definitely big ups to you, Kevin. Congrats. And we're going to have to turn up later, boy. We're going to have to turn up.
Yes, follow me on social media at Danaya. This DANAYE. Easy or E. All of my links are in the description below.
Exactly. We're gonna have to. I'm serious. We're gonna all have to get together. We're gonna have to turn up, boy. We're gonna have to be all the way live. I'm serious. Oh yeah, you need to come down here, man. Come on. We waiting. Let's get it. Crack-a-lackin'.
All right, stay on the line. No number down real quick.
All right.
904-718. You are now
When I said
live.
that phone did not stop ringing, it literally did not stop ringing. The entire show was amazing.
It's Los 2K.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Good.
Doing good, brother. Appreciate you calling in.
Hey, man, had to show love, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yes, I know, right?
Coming out.
She's a beast. I was like, yes. That's why I'm out of her because I already knew she was a beast. I'm like, yes, okay.
Definitely support him to the fullest.
Appreciate it, man. Hey, man, congrats on that as well, man.
One less thing I gotta worry about, baby. Yes, come through with my mods are amazing. Yes, I love my mod squad. Mod squad for the Chime Squad. Yes.
Ever since then, you know what I'm saying, even before then, you had it, you know what I mean? And now you're just gone, brother. And I'm glad I was able to show the world, you know what I'm saying, introduce the world to Los 2K for real.
Most definitely, man. Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, man, it's a great feeling right now to finish this project I'm doing. So, great feeling, definitely a great feeling.
If you are in here and you have other social media, you feel free to drop it in the
Yeah, you know, I ain't gonna lie.
In the comments, please.
15 minutes ago.
Of course.
20 minutes ago, you know, I was editing and all that. So, like I said, I had to tune in and show love to everybody.
That's what's up. We appreciate that.
That's not a problem.
Thank you so much for putting on hold real quick.
Good.
Alrighty. 818-237. You are live on Ladies Night Radio with K4S. And Kenny Thomas, who is with?
Hey, this is Vinicius Machado.
How are you?
What's going on?
I forgot. So this used to be on Power.
We got the star of Power in the building. What's going on, sir?
That's right, with 50 Cent. I just wanted to call and show the love, you know, to you, Danaya. Thank you guys so much for everything you guys are doing. More power to you. And just keep up the good work. I just wanted to call and show the love, you know?
Absolutely.
Also featured in HFL Magazine. This is Vinicius Machado, exactly.
Absolutely, love and color. I appreciate, everything you guys have done and all the support, backing me up, and it's just, gathering around and surrounding yourself with people who are doing things and inspiring. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So,
girl, you are phenomenal. I'm so glad that you're here. Don't even worry. You never have to worry. Your presence here is just as good. Whether you dropping links or just showing love. I love it. I love it. I love it.
On Stars at 9 p.m.
Your energy is off the chain. Don't even worry.
Time on Saturdays.
But since you are a content creator, at some point you need to come up here and actually talk. I'm just saying. At some point we got to figure that out, Miss Adelina.
Season 2, like that's what's up. Y'all are definitely doing your thing over there. So.
Yeah, no, and that was right off the gate, so it was pretty cool. They got that green light for second season right off the first episode, so it was a pretty big deal, It was a pretty big deal.
Yes. Man, that's super dope. Definitely. Great to finally hear your voice because we've been talking on Facebook and all that stuff, so.
Yeah, no, thank you. And congratulations. I mean, 3 years in the making, that's huge. 3 years live, yeah, for sure. That's big, so just keep
So for
doing
y'all
it,
who
guys.
came in late, this show was the 3rd-year anniversary, and we are now rolling into the 9th year in July. So, man, it's a blessing. And now I'm actually on staff with the magazine. I was just supporting back then.
And I'm just glad, to have that opportunity, to show people what you're about and what you can do.
Oh man, that's what it's all about, man. I appreciate the love as well. Love is shown, love is given, and it's nothing but respect. And like my man 50 says, all the time, persistency and consistency. That's the name of the game. So keep doing it. Yeah.
I like that.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure, guys.
The next episode of Power and everything else that you've been doing. So can't wait to see the photo shoot. Absolutely. So.
Yeah, that's coming this Friday, so I'll have pictures for you. Yeah, definitely hook you up with those. And check out Power this Saturday, new episode. It's going to be hot.
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely. All right, no, for Tim, you can stay on if you want. Chill out with us.
I'm going to say goodbye right now, but I just wanted to show love once again, guys. Congratulations. I love you guys, and thank you so much for the opportunity to be on your show.
Thank you so much for calling in.
Thanks for calling in, brother. All right.
901-283. You are on with K4S and Kenya Thomas. Who is that?
Hello, ladies and gents. This is Marie.
Hi. How are you, Mama?
I'm great. How are you? I'm listening in. I'm enjoying the show, guys. It's awesome.
Thank you.
I appreciate you calling in. This is Marie, also featured in HFL, fashion designer out of Tennessee. If you're a plus size model or you're plus size and looking for elegant fashion, she's the person to see.
Yeah, because she is a beast when it comes to the fashion.
Yes, I'm excited about K4S giving me a chance to get into a magazine. It was my first, spread or any kind of action towards the magazine. And he, believes in the product and what I'm doing. And he put me out there, and my life and business has changed ever since then. So congratulations on my 3-year anniversary. And later, I'm trying to get some jewelry and some more things going on with you ladies out there.
We can definitely talk about that. Absolutely, we can definitely talk about that. Yeah, because I was like, I can just see our stuff together. Like, yeah, that would be hot. Absolutely.
I know, right?
I was like, man, her fashions are dope. Yes. And for the curvy girls, curvy girls know how to dress, in case y'all didn't know. Yeah.
Of course. Let them know. They're always trying to put us in these prints all over our stomach and spreading us out and stuff. We ain't got time for that.
I'm like, come on, we ain't cut like that. That's not how this goes. I'm so sorry. That's not how this works.
Thank you, ladies. And congratulations, K4S.
All right. Thanks again, Mom. Appreciate you calling in.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
305-528. You are live on Ladies Night Radio with K4S and Kenya Thomas. Who is this? Hello?
Uh-oh.
Wait, I think I hit the wrong button. Wait. 345?
Can you put me?
305?
It's Valerie. What's up?
Hey, how are you?
Wow.
I'm good. Congratulations,
What's going
Kevin.
on? I appreciate it, Mama. Val's actually the only model I've ever signed ever. like the K4S Ent. She's the only model I ever signed ever. Like I've known Val for years, and she's always supported me. She's always had a certain elegance and class about how she carried herself. And so it was a definite, that I had to incorporate myself into her modeling career. That was just mandatory.
Nice. Congrats.
I am so proud of you, Kevin. 3 years. Congratulations. I've been around you since you started this. Team No Sleep all day.
Right.
I'm talking about this magazine. Who's going to be on the cover? Who's going to be inside the magazine? So I even had him sign. I heard him in the magazine and had him sign it. And I have it just sitting there on my dresser. And I'm just proud of you.
I appreciate it. I do. I appreciate the support.
You just keep pushing forward, and it don't matter. Whatever door that you go through, you take God with you. And if it's somewhere that you're supposed to be, you're going to get through it. So it doesn't matter what nobody got to say. You keep pushing forward and do what you're supposed to do. I watch Kevin, and he shows support to so many artists. Whether you just starting or you 5-10 years in the game, he shows support and love to everybody. And when you show love like that, it all comes back to you. So I've watched him. He's grown so much, and I am just proud of you. I'm happy to call you a friend, a brother, and man, just keep going forward.
Definitely, I appreciate that for real.
I actually want to add on to how much love Kevin actually does show to everyone. It says a lot about him when every person that has called in, he is given a background on everything that they're doing. Like I work with magazines where literally after they're finished shooting with you or after they're done with you, that's it. They're like, who? You do what?
Wow.
You worked with us earlier? No.
Wow.
He has given a background, like in depth, like not even a little. I mean, every person that has pulled so far. So that just says a lot about him. I just wanted to add that on.
I appreciate it. Appreciate that.
And Kevin, he's definitely about his business, and he's always making sure everyone is taken care of. Whether it's a driver, somebody that's on a shoot. Like when I go to shoot, if he just so happens that can't make it, he's up at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning texting me, did you arrive? Take a picture. What are you doing right now? Can you text me when you leave? How many people are in the room? And I get a first and last name. So he knows where I'm at and what's going on. So I definitely appreciate the love, and I'm proud of you to see that everything is going well. And I mean, the only way is up, dude.
Oh, absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely. Oh my God, the love that's being shown this evening is incredible. And I'm not surprised at all because, like I said, it's the 3-year anniversary, and the magazine has been hot since day one. Ever since, like I said, I came in, was it issue 3? I think it was, right? Issue 3 when Polo had his cover. So I've been on since issue 3 and seen nothing but progressive, nothing but star-studded covers. You know what I'm saying? So, and when you have that kind of, when you're at that kind of a level and you still are able to maintain the humility that K4S does, is just insanity. So we're going to take a short music break and since we're talking about the covers, we're going to play a couple of drops from people that have been on those covers. So what we're going to do is we're going to get ready real quick just for a few so we can hear, because on top of everything else, K4S Ent actually has time to produce music as well. So we're going to hear some we're gonna hear one of the songs that he produced that was actually on Bounce TV, correct? Did I hear that right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, Bounce TV. Yeah, yes, that's correct.
So we're gonna hear that, and then we're gonna hear a couple drops, and then we're gonna be right back on Ladies Night Radio. Alrighty.
See now. Off top. They say the TV is where it's at. I might take a loss or two, but I grind to get it back. They say I'm made for the game. Never consider whack. NCW 17, Michigan J is back. I done been a lot of places, but too far with my own man. If it was a trophy for the first season, I own it. Got some haters, but I really think they love me and all that. But if they only love to hate me, I'ma have to see wrong that. It's off the top, but I think my shit is sleeping. I don't think they gonna love it till they learn how to believe me. Believe in me. I do it easily. Easy names flying through the streets like I'm riding into pieces, and the streets say I'm beating, so I'm untying the leashes. I'm sick and tired of all these rappers lying about they eating. They say see now I be the best thing smoking. Haters got a lot of mouth. Man, I say they just promote.
Representative of Hip Hop Atlanta. So right now I'm representing for HFL Magazine. Y'all check it out. Check it out. What to do with your boy Gunplay? Build the first base back. Right now it's rocking HFL. Hustlers for life. Like that.
Hold on, man.
I love when technology is so crazy.
Yo, check it out. This is your boy Danaya, y'all. I'm rocking with HFL right here, the hottest mag on the market.
That's just a few of the drops from some of the many amazing people that have graced the covers of HFL Magazine. So I'm gonna put Miss Kate Thomas back on and Mr. K4S back in the building. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
The energy's crazy on the show.
The energy's insane right now. I'm just like, what is going on? But like I said, but that's what happens when you have when you've made such an impact on so many lives. You know what I mean? And because it's funny, because like when he told me that he wanted to feature me, I was like, what have I done that like? I'm like, I thought you had to be like top level celebrity to be in the magazine. I'm like, oh, okay. And then he's like, no, I've seen your progression. I've seen what you've done with the joy. I've seen that you have yourself on TV and you know, on video, you know, music videos and all over the city, all over the country. And I was like, oh, yeah, I guess I have to do some stuff.
It's funny how things work out, because the first time I actually met you, I was on another radio show, and you called in, and I was like, oh, we have to work together, and then it was history from there. So it's just funny how things work out.
Yes. And Miss Lady, I definitely need you to do a photo shoot for an ad for me for next year.
For sure.
Now that you have your lovely pieces.
Yes, for sure. Absolutely. Definitely. We would definitely make that happen.
For sure. Definitely. I mean, I think, oh yeah, and so, Kevin, that was the question was for you. So, what has been your biggest struggles being an African American in this business?
I think really it's being taken seriously. I mean, in our sector, you know, the African American sector, it's so saturated with people that kind of just do things halfway, you know, and then you come along and you're serious about it, and then no one really wants to take you seriously. And then when you're trying to mingle or cross over to more mainstream and into these other cultures with the deeper pockets, you know, all they see is the saturation. You know, they don't see you as that 1% that actually is trying to do something, trying to make it professional, trying to really put people on. They see it as, oh, this is just another black dude with a baseball cap on that thinks he knows something about entertainment. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And that to me was really like the biggest hump, dealing with this industry, especially on the music side. Really the whole HFL thing was able to happen because I actually was able to cross over because of my brother Polo the Fur King. I told him one day, I said, if I get the mainstream, I'm gone. I'm taking off because I know what to do with it. And he was able to get me on Sirius Radio, Sirius XM radio. And after that, being in front of an audience of like 2 million plus people, and they're listening to my music, and they're calling in, and they're paying attention to what I had to say. That when I got that spotlight, I made it my mission to excel and move forward and take as many people with me as I can. You know what I'm saying? Or I could, right? And so that's where HFL is really that platform that allows me to do that because the brand ended up being more known. The K4S Ent brand, that ended up being more known. And so any subdivision of that brand is supported by those same people.
Absolutely. I think, and that's what's so incredibly important is the fact that, that you were able to transition from producing music and, into making this amazing magazine that's supporting artists and making people that weren't necessarily known, putting them on the map because now they have a platform that's an international platform and it's a quality product that they can take with them to meetings. You know what I'm saying? And so you launched several careers from it. So everybody that had that question before, I guess they're sitting there like, damn, we should have taken them seriously now, shouldn't we?
Oh yeah, you always get that.
Yes.
Yeah, the afterthought.
Right.
Meet people, the first time meeting people for the second time, basically.
Pretty much.
That happens a lot.
Oh yeah. People don't want to work with you until they find out that you're quote unquote somebody.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly. And I think another question for Kanye. So, what would you say? What do you think? I'm trying to think of how to put it. What do you think is the biggest drawback with the modeling industry in general when it comes to women? Just like women in general, not just women of color, well, especially women of color, but just women in general. What do you think the biggest drawback is?
The biggest drawback, I think I would have to go back to, and not tying it into race or anything, just the perception of what beauty actually is. If I were to go to New York or overseas right now, I'm 131 pounds and I wear a dress size 6. I would just about be plus size if I did that.
How is that possible? Like, I don't understand this.
I would be plus size. And, you know what I mean? And if you see me in person, everyone's just like, but you're tiny though. And I'm like, yeah.
Right.
That's plus size. I think it's a little bit screwed how what we define as pretty and what we define as normal. And I think to me that's the biggest problem with the industry. But overall, I think it could go quite a few ways. Just being catty with each other, and I feel like it's a lot, but just mainly the perception of beauty that we project on these little girls. And you have girls that are 4 or 5 years old getting perms and wearing makeup and wearing high heels because they feel like that's what beauty is.
Right.
So I think that's my biggest problem.
Okay, definitely. And Mr. K4S, what do you think is the biggest mistake that indie artists make in the music industry when they first start?
I think it's not knowing the business. Not knowing the business side of it. Everybody just wants to make records. And you have to understand that the people that know the business side of it are waiting to take advantage of that fact. You got people who we listen to, on the mainstream side of things, and they sell millions of records and they're dead broke. They have, they're driving cabs in the middle of New York City. You know, they're broke, you know, struggling just like you and me. But you know, as far as we knew, these are celebrities, these are superstars. But because they didn't know the business, that allowed them to get taken advantage of, you know, by these, you know, for lack of a better phrase, you know, these fat cats, these people with the deep pockets. They wave $10,000 in front of you and you sell your soul, you know. And I think that happens way too much in music. You know, I think people need to start being able to learn about the business side so they can take ownership of their product and really be able to reap the benefits.
Definitely, I think that's very true. Because I think too many people are so focused on, you know, I'm gonna just make money, and don't realize that as fast as you make it, you can lose it. Ask Cameron.
I definitely would. I would say the same thing with, you know, girls modeling as well. I think nowadays girls don't want to model because they actually love the craft. Girls just love to be called a model, and they feel like because they're a pretty girl that it's a rite of passage to be a model, when it's like, you know, we're all pretty, so now what do you have to offer? You know, and a lot of these girls get taken advantage of. They're so caught up in being a top model that they start to compromise parts of themselves. And you know, we all know sex sells. That's pretty much the short shot way to get there. But then when they're done with you, they toss you away and it's on to the next girl. So that's a lot of mistakes that girls do. You have to remember, it's still a business. And for the models that actually take the time to learn the craft, to learn the business of it, you know, not even depend on your looks, you know what I mean? Because that'll get you in the door, but the bread and butter is going to be you being rebooked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that's the whole thing. It's like the whole idea of the Vision of Beauty section of HFL Magazine is not only to showcase pretty women that are, may not be, quote unquote mainstream, but it's also to provide an example. Because when you start to read about these women, they have so many other things going on the business side of things that shows that, okay, it's more than about being a pretty face. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's about understanding your business, understanding your worth as a female, and what you have to offer, and not letting anybody shortchange you for it. And those are the kind of women that I feature on a regular basis. That's the aura that I choose to place in that particular section.
Right. And I think that's, super important, is that, you are focusing on women of all sizes, all nationalities, all cultures. And so you don't just see the typical, what people think is pretty. You don't see the typical blonde hair, blue eyes, you don't see just a typical light-skinned girl, African-American girl. 904, 901, you are live on Ladies Night Radio. Who is this?
Hey, it's Holly Monroe.
Hey, what's going on, Holly? How are you?
I'm okay. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Holly also featured in HFL Magazine, one of the hottest rappers in Jacksonville. She made sure to be the opening headliner for every celebrity rapper, R&B singer. I think if T.D. Jakes came out, Holly would still be the opening. But her music is great. Her energy is phenomenal. She's definitely one of my favorite pieces. Definitely.
Oh, thank you. It was an honor to actually feature in your magazine, and I was grateful enough to actually be in there twice. Through 2 issues. So I was actually in an issue with where you had the photography spotlight with Miss Paparazzi, and my photo was actually selected for her spread with T.I. and Wale. So that was awesome.
Congrats.
Yep, I just wanted to slide through and say I'm so proud of you, and keep doing what you're doing. I know a lot of the artists out here, I'm so grateful to have a platform. It speaks volumes to have an indie artist and to be able to, let on an international level, let everybody know what you're doing and how hard you're working. So I'm so grateful and thank you for that. Keep up the good work.
No, I appreciate it, Mama. Thanks for stopping through.
You're welcome.
So we're gonna pause this real quick. We're gonna go over to Facebook and check out this crib concert. So hold on 1 second, you guys. Hold on 1 second. Get this back in the stream. I think we're actually ready to go. Let's see what's going on here. Hold on. Really? That's what we're doing right now? God, I love when things don't act all crazy.
It's going straight up. Welcome to the show and tag them. As a matter of fact, when I'm done, I'm going to share who I'm tagging. I see y'all in here already. There's a couple of y'all in here already. When I'm done with the video, I'm going to share it again. I'm going to tag who I want to see, man. Hey, there's certain people who I really, really want to see rock, bro. Hey, that's 6. Certain people who I really, really want to see rock, and you can expect a tag from me. If you dope already, you can expect a tag from me. I'm finna dig into the playlist. Here are the rules. The rules are kind of simple, you feel me? You need one older joint, at least one classic. At least one classic. I don't know how long y'all been spitting, but I need at least one classic from you. Alright? Then I need at least one newer joint from you. Alright? And then whatever else you want to do, it's on you. You feel me? That's 9. One more and we going up. One more and it's going up. I'm gonna let y'all know, man. I got a medley plan for y'all. Something so serious, you feel me? Welcome to the back porch. That's 11. Let's get it. That's 11. Let's get it. Read the t-shirt real quick. Let's get it cracking. Welcome to the crib. Yeah. Let's go. Wake up and get straight to the money. You go to the block, I laugh like it's funny. Cause you don't really need that shit to get bread. I cry like a starving child to get fed. Yo, my attitude is I don't give a damn if you like me or even know who I am. I say it with my chest. Tell them what I said. Shorty, I won't lie. That street shit dead. You can have it all. You only want the game. But it's your life, so maintain. Yo, go to the dummy. You start.
Shout out to Big Taz. Let's get it, right?
Getting money like a man. Yo, it don't quit. You gotta contend. Better know all hood things come to an end. The advice I would give to a younger me. Rhyme sooner, a legend you would want to be. Let's go. Let's go. Be ready when they face you. Write the book in permanent so they cannot erase you. Do it so good, ain't nobody can replace you. Hey, now put your hands up. Now go. Hop in. Woo! Yeah. Hey. Shout out to legit.
Yes, Mike rocking out. Yes, shout out to Big Mike. Yes, doing the daggone thing.
Holla at your boy. Let's dig into the vault, shall we? If you know me, let's go. If you know me, then you know me. Yeah, I got a mic in my hand. Yeah. Let's go. Let's throw it back to 05.
Woo, baby, he's throwing it back. Come on.
I'ma go. Woo! Please know I'ma go. Who know that? I'm in the wind rolling. Listen. Yeah. I guess I gotta prove I'm ready before I can get it because it might be heavy, but homie, I ain't tripping. I'm earning my keep. This ain't no thing. I do this in my streets. I'm a preach, and you already know. to go. Since you better know I'm representing for the pole. Love her all or nothing, I love her with my soul. She is my car. I know I got a perfect, and that's why I pause. Hey, bunch of layers till you see the real me. Levels till you reach an OT, and I'm on growth. You are on the ground. I just started flying, never coming down. Yeah, never gonna stop. I'm ready for the show. I'm off into a zone, don't trip when they call my name. I'm a in the morning on the grind. Hey, hey, I'm a go. I bet you I finished it in the league. Read, I'm a go. I'm in the wind rolling, breathe easy. Hey, in case you want to know, I've been waiting a while, so when they call my name, I'ma go.
Yes.
Act like you know.
That's definitely what's up.
CSO,
Chi-Town supporting our
like
own Big Mike in the building.
Creative concert challenge, you feel me? I need 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes of content. Digging back into the vault. Drinks up. So, holla. Let's get them. Let's get them. You already know what it is.
Mr. High Energy. Let's get it.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, 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 hey. Now we say, that's how we say. You know how we say? That's how we say. Hey, east side we say. Hey, west side we say.
If y'all can see me right now, it's Serge. That's behind the computer. Let's go.
A soldier call me Rocky. I'm pushing, I keep moving, heavy hustle with some muscle. Inspired by LL, and all I did is rip and rustle. I'ma do it till I'm on, do it till I'm gone. How it go, it feels so right. Ain't no way it could be wrong. Sucker, you can't tell me nothing. No way you gon' forget me. Hey, listen to my city when I holler. Is y'all with me? They say. We say yeah. East side we say, hey, west side we say, okay. East side if you know, you know. I put on my record.
Shout out just my 5G. I love her.
This one is for the shot. This is for them over there. Wilding out like they don't care. Grab your cup and fill it up in there. Put it in the air. We feeling yeah. Come on, what's that we say?
I got the coldest mouth in the world, you trust. Yes.
I'm gonna take y'all home. Hey, this is how I'm going out. Hey, this how I'm going out. Hey, this how I'm going out. Hey. Homie, I was done. I had tapped out. Knew I would have won life act out. Didn't want to lose, so I had to choose. Mark with a bruise, so I backed out. Even when I had a back, got a back out. No back out, back out. Went away from the whole track out. To a down hat, when I asked out.
Mr. High Energy's in the building. Come on.
Never been seeing no black stuff. Big bang on fat stuff. All day get cracked up. Work out on insane. I don't care what them say. Full speed on anything. I'm like, text me if you can. So cold, so shy. Steady with that hot ass energy on high though. Like, text me. Man, text me. Hey, text me if you can. So hard, on guard.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Oh my God, thank you.
Steady with that white hand energy on high though. Hey. And for the crib one time. Check me out. 2 words. Shot tap. Ain't no back tap.
Yeah, he doesn't mean difficult.
Smack down, I'm so fresh, so clean. Hat low on me. Banjo.
Yeah, I'm gonna have him come on here soon. You guys just get to meet him.
North Pole, yes sir. No joke, yes sir. Mean that, yes sir. We been dope, been ill. Act right, be real. Show love, get love. Hip hop, we live. That's me if you can, bro. Steady with that mic and energy on high, low, like catch me. You can't catch me. Try to catch me. Y'all catch me. Catch me if you can, bro. So cold, no shots. Steady with that mic, energy on high. Catch me, ha. Catch me, ha. Catch me. Come harder, on God, high energy. Sing is set. Mic is wet. Let's go now. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. So like I said, challenges coming. Challenges coming. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, catch me. Come on, catch me. Come on, catch me.
Above average. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. That's definitely what's up. Shout out to Mike. That was phenomenal. Definitely doing the daggone thing. Let's get back to this interview. Yes. Let's get back to this interview. I wanted to actually make sure I showed that because Mike actually called into the show and I totally forgot about that. So Mike called into the show and showed some love. So I want to make sure that y'all got to see what he's working with. He's doing what's going to call the Crib Concert Challenge. If you are an artist and you're able to rock out for 10 minutes, just 10 minutes at home, hit him up and we can go ahead and get that Concert Crib Challenge going. He kicked it off tonight. I am so excited to see who signs up for it. I'll make sure that I am live so you guys can see it as well. As you can see, it's on Facebook, but I definitely want to see if I can incorporate it so we can get that going on YouTube as well. So we're going to talk about some things and try to figure it out. But yeah, so y'all got to see the first one. So shout out to y'all who are there and y'all who are catching us on the replay. Much love to everyone's catching us on the replay. I know it's a long show, but trust me, it's worth it because there's so many nuggets that are given and there's so much love that's given. There's nothing but no crabs in the barrel mentality all through this entire broadcast. Shout out to Mr. High Energy, Big Mike Brooks, man, killing the game. I'm so excited. All right, let's get back to this interview. It's almost done. All right, y'all.
Yeah. I guess it's the love we've been getting this.
Hey, allegedly.
I love it.
I mean,
yeah, I'm actually
it's so dope because it's a matter of the fact of, this is our last show, and I'm like, we definitely are going out with a bang for sure.
Absolutely, I sure will.
And I've been wanting to get K4S on for a minute, so finally, I'm getting Thomas as well. I think that's why I wanted to ask you. So, the last show I actually wanted you to come on was we were talking about all these crazy people that are talking about Blue Ivy's hair and all this kind of mess. So
maybe for dope. Okay, for sure.
What is it with black women and degrade each other about their hair? I'm not understanding this.
I think I upset quite a few people with some of my posts because I like to just speak truth. I feel like it really stems from us having our whole history snatched from us. We've had all of our history taken from us, all of our knowledge, all of our culture, everything that we come to know has been taken from us, and we don't know who we are.
Absolutely, yes.
So when you don't know who you are, the only option is to be told who you are. So when we're told that straight hair is the only thing that's beautiful.
Right.
And that's been ingrained in since we were born. Whenever that's challenged, it's a problem. You know, so you know, we're now coming from the times when you would get fired for wearing, you know, your natural hair out because it looked unkempt, it didn't look civilized.
Right.
You know, people you could sometimes you couldn't get a job because of it unless you threw a wig on top of it.
If y'all want to have the quote unquote good hair conversation, please let me know. I would love to do it. I think I'm gonna talk about it a little bit when I talk about behind the sparkle. Because we're going to go into beauty and fashion and all that. So, but if y'all want to be involved in that conversation, please let me know.
So, it's okay to be different as long as it's different in the way that everyone else is. But the moment you're wearing your natural hair in a way that's not okay by society, i.e. Blue Ivy, then we start attacking each other. You know, we're really not comfortable with our hair yet. We've just been told that it's okay to wear your hair.
They were so mad at that little girl for the way her mama had her hair.
It looks okay.
And now she has her own brand.
Don't let it get too wild. Make it look presentable. And
look who's laughing all the way to the thing.
Let it do its own thing. You really be natural, then it's nappy. Then it's dirty. Then it's, you know, all these other things. You start questioning the parents and the job that they're doing. What kills me is like these are some of the richest people in the entertainment industry, and you're questioning their ability to maintain their child. They can take care of her and your whole family. Get out of here. You know what I mean?
Hello?
Sure. They know what they're doing.
For sure.
Let's
definitely have the conversation. Okay.
But, you know, it's just a problem that we're not comfortable with our hair yet. No matter, even if you wear your hair out natural, anybody who is saying, oh, that hair is nasty, that hair is knotted, that hair, you're not fully comfortable with it yet. You're not. I mean, we're getting there, but we're not quite there yet.
Yeah. I think we're getting there. But I mean, the one thing that I will say about the situation is my concern is now, like, a lot of the HBCUs are talking about that they don't want people wearing dreads, you know, to school. I'm like,
which is insane, by the way.
To get in here, why can't we wear what we want to wear? You know?
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
But when HBCUs first started, they were colorists as well. So
all the different names. But yeah, I was like, really, seriously, yeah, because it's not clean.
Again, a whole nother show.
I mean, well, this is how I had to get myself, because remember, my agency chopped my hair off before being natural was popular. So this is what I had to constantly tell myself, even if I didn't believe it. I was like, you know what? The things that are the most rare in this world are worth the most. And our hair texture, not many people have that hair texture. Only a few of us. We're the only ones that have this hair texture. That means it's rare. That means it's worth more. So, I mean, that's the way I look at it. That makes our hair awesome. Why are you going to try to be like everyone else in the world with straight hair? Most of them already have it. It's not that rare. It's not unique. Now, don't get me wrong. There's plenty of weaves. There's plenty of extensions. There's plenty of wigs that you can wear. But why change your hair to be what most of the people are? You have something rare. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. That's how I look at hair. But some people were upset by that. Some people were really upset. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, and I think, and because I just recently, within the past, I want to say 4 to 5 years, started wearing my hair natural, because I used to, when I was little, my mom cut my hair on the sides really short because my hair was long and I didn't like getting the comb. So she was like, look, if we want to maintain your hair, we got to cut it. I'm like, okay. It was torture at school because the sides of my head were cut. You know what I mean? And my hair was never, even when my hair was straight, it was never super, super straight because I didn't want to put a perm in it. You know, I tried to do the perm 3 times. That will never happen again. The last time it almost took my hair out.
Yeah.
And even when I did the perm, people couldn't tell because my hair wouldn't go straight. It just wasn't working out. So I got a perm in my hair. My hair is still curly, and I'm like, or relaxed or whatever. My hair is still curly. People were like, Did you just get a relaxer? Yeah, it doesn't go straight. Shut up.
Locks is gonna clean. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It has to be clean.
But
I'm cleaning the
I
bathroom.
think about like all the things
The
that
lock
people
and
said
say
to
locks.
me.
Right. Yeah, I have
when
faux
I
locks
was
in
younger,
now.
and why it
And I'm
took
so
me
glad I
so
got
long
faux
to
locks
learn.
because I need.
That's why
I ain't know nothing about no COVID-19, but I some just. I mean, I like. I had I've had faux locks for a few months now
really shown it like
in
that.
different styles
Especially,
just because it's easier.
shoot.
But I'm so glad I got that now because I used to have my hair straight.
Now. You know,
I have to have them get done to make up a leaks.
Grown
Ooh,
out,
child.
that's the top of my shoulders.
Best
So
decision I ever
women
made.
how I want to, but there's no pride in it. I just have a really dope stylist. You know what I mean? So.
And that's what it's all about. I'm not saying. I think a lot of people mistaken the fact that it's just natural or nothing, Afro or nothing. It's like no, if you want to straighten your hair, that's totally fine. Wearing your hair straight does not mean it's not natural. You can wear your hair straight and not have a lick of chemical in it, and your hair is still natural. And that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't take away from your black pride. Nothing at all. Wearing weaves, so on and so forth. My preference, whenever I'm wearing a hair weave, or I personally like more of a kinky texture type. Yeah, just because I think I just look like a pretty girl in the mall if I have straight hair. I just kind of look like every other girl That's just my personal opinion with straight hair. I'm not against it, but I just think I look more interesting when I have a texture that's my own because not many other people in this world have that texture. Me personally,
Right.
But yeah, I'm not against any of that. It's just all about not putting a chemical in your head that's so freaking strong that it's toxic to everything in its surroundings. I was like, if a person has to apply it with
love them.
why would you put that in your hair? Like, I don't understand it. Just achieve a texture that's not even yours. And the other argument that was that girls of all races wear hair weaves. And I was like, you're absolutely right. But we're the only race that wears a hair texture of another race. They're wearing hair weaves with their own hair texture, for maybe length or for volume.
Kenya dropped so many drills in this interview. I was in shock.
We're not comfortable with our hair texture yet. We're not. You hear so many girls say, oh, well, the natural hair thing's not for me. It's like, how is that possible? Because that's what you were born with. I don't understand. Like, it's okay to prefer your hair a certain way. Like, if you prefer your hair straight, I get it. That's fine. That's your choice. But I just don't see how you don't do the natural. I don't know. That's just me.
No, you're right, and I think that's the thing. It's like, if your hair's natural, why would you want to just keep it straight? Because keeping it straight, I'm telling you now, that will take up your hair. It really will. Right, and even the thing with these braids, I don't understand. Getting your hair done shouldn't hurt, people. I'm not, ladies. If your hair hurts after you get it done, you might want to stop going to that person because they're taking your hair out. That's why you have no sides when you grow up. I guarantee you. I know plenty of people that have no edges right now because they came and their hair was hurting, and they're like, "It's okay." I'm like, "No, that's not okay for you to be in pain because you got your hair done. Something's wrong."
Yes, that's one of I will have to say one of the downfalls. I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily a downfall, but because I don't do anything to my hair, people are surprised when I say I don't even comb my hair. I use my fingers. I don't brush my hair. I don't do anything like that. So I'm real gentle with my hair. And because of that, I'm super tenderhead. Like any little thing you do to my hair, oh my goodness. I had a hair show and I was a spokesmodel of that hair company. So I was the main model. So I have about 4 or 5 people on my head and I'm crying because I was such a baby. It was so ridiculous. I'm thinking in my head like, you are being so extra right now. It's ridiculous. I'm crying because it was so painful.
Yes.
I couldn't do anything about it.
That whole part.
Like, I can't do too many more of these things. That's the only bad part about being natural.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you're super tender-headed. My aunt got me out of that when I was really young. She's like, no, I was like in the chair crying. She's like, no, she don't get her hair straight. Let her hair comb. I'm like, really now? So I grew out of that. I'm lucky.
I used to not be. Like, back when I used to get my hair in braids, all of that, I used to do my hair in micros. I used to not be that way, and then when I went natural and I stopped all of that stuff, I don't know. I don't know. It's the word.
Yeah, I can't do micros. My hair is like past my shoulders. So it was funny. The one time, the 2 times I got individuals. The first time the lady was like, "You tricked me. You didn't tell me how long your hair was." I'm like, "I told you it was thick and long. Why are you getting that for?" She's like, "Why do you want to get it braided?" I'm like, "Cause I don't have to worry about doing it for like a month or so. What do you mean? I'm paying you for this. What the hell can you complain?" How you gonna complain? I'm giving you money to do my hair, and it's not gonna. I'm like, but then it took like 10 hours. It took 10 hours to put it in, 12 to take it out. Yeah, I ain't doing that no more.
Yeah, I can't take all of that. I was like, the girls that my mom still does the thing where she's in the salon for 8 to 10 hours, and I was like,
right, exactly.
Like,
can't do that no more. Okay,
I can't do it anymore. I cannot do it. At most, when I'm on set, do what you want, but on my own time, no.
Oh my goodness, the call lines are lighting up. The love is going crazy. HFL Magazine drops on the 21st. That is a Monday. We got 25 minutes left in the show. So if you want to call in and say hi, give a shout out, you can do that at 949-270-5912. That's 949-270-5912. We got people around the globe chilling and listening in. And so, yeah, this has definitely been really, really dope. Miss Kenya, so not only do you model, but you mentor. So can you talk a little bit about that, like your mentor program and how that works?
Yes, well, I was actually, for a little while, for the last, I want to say 2 years, I've been teaching. I'm certified under the Board of Education to teach modeling and acting as well. And of course, when you're a teacher, you're also like a sister, a mama, a mentor, a counselor, all of those extra things. And so I was just like, on the side of that, why don't I just give people advice? I like to make it a point to answer any question, no matter how crazy it may be, no matter how simple it may be. And, I just try to be as open as possible. I know a lot of people think they're bothering me, and I'm like, you're not bothering me whatsoever. Like, that's why I'm here. If I have a question and I see that you're qualified in it, you better believe I'm going to ask you all the questions I want. So, and I expect you to give me the answer. So I can only do the same. I can only do the same for you. Right now, I'm personally not teaching just for my own reasons to get grounded back again. Right. So, but as far as mentoring, I'm always available. Like, feel free to contact me at any time, no matter what questions. Ask me anything that you find, and I just try my best to help.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just open, just an open book. So no pressure. Just contact me, and don't try to be all formal either. Just talk. We're all friends. We're all friends already. Just start talking, and we're already.
Okay, and Mr. K4S, so have you done any mentoring with new producers? Have you thought about doing that?
Well, I mentor, I guess in passing. It's more like, anyone that has a question can see me. I'm like the ultimate consultant, I guess. Consultant. So, like, you want to know about business, you want to know about music, you want to know about life, you got relationship problems, you got whatever you got. Come see me. So it's not really like a mentoring per se. I think the closest I might have to that is that there are certain groups I work with. There's also a group Connecting Our Paths that I'm a part of, affiliated with, that, like if kids want to know about production, if they're doing, all right in school and they want to know about music and things like that, I'll show you the basics of the beat. I'll show you how to create, 8-bar drum. I'll show you these things, and kind of give you, that insight that you need. So like in regards to like mentoring, it's just more like whoever. You can be 8 years old or 80 years old. Come sit, talk with me. I got you.
Yeah.
And I think that is what makes, your personality and the magazine, just everything pop because of who you are. And I think you kind of always don't realize that when it comes to business, when it comes to whatever, you are that person that is always there. You are that person that is willing to help people. You know, and you're not charging like a whole bunch of money, you know, and it's like I said, the fact that you are able to remain humble in everything that you do and excel in everything that you do. And I remember because you were doing like the 10 things so people don't know about you, and you're talking about the law degrees and this and that. I'm like, what the hell? You know, you feel like, wait a second, wait, but he's doing music. He can do so many other different things. You know, and the languages that you know and all that kind of stuff. And so, you know, when people talk about there are no good black men, yeah, I beg to differ. There are several, and you are definitely one of them. And also, I know he's listening. So the owner of the station, Mr. I Am Brandon, is another one. Absolutely amazing. And it's crazy. Oh my gosh, we have 19 minutes left to go, and it's insane because this is like the last ladies' night ever. And you know, but it means so much. Because, like I said, to know that people that I've supported and have supported me through these times, since I started doing radio in general, because K4S was there when I was doing radio on Jam Jam, you know what I'm saying? So that was the first time I ever hosted anything. And then, now I've been blessed to host on one of the featured stations on Blog Talk. You know what I'm saying? That which never thought would happen. Never had any idea. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely is. You never know what's gonna happen. And I tell people all the time, you never know who you're talking to. I think the biggest mistake that a lot of artists make, I go to shows, and everybody that knows me in Chicago knows I go to shows, I go show love, whatever. And I will literally base whether I'm gonna talk to an artist off of the reaction they give me when I say hello to them. If you just kind of nod your head and whatever and walk away, you've lost an interview. You've lost you've lost somebody that's going to come to your shows. Yeah. But people don't know that. It's funny because I'll go to an event, and multiple times actually I just randomly met up with the person that's in charge of the event. And just because I came early and I was nice, and they're like, yeah, here comes the VIP. You know what I'm saying? And I have no idea who these people are, but based on the interaction that I'm giving to them. They're like, come chill with us. Come chill. We had this event going on. Come do this photo shoot, whatever.
God, I'm just going to events.
And that's just based on the personality. Yep. And like I said, the first time I heard Kenya was, on the radio show, I'm like, man, she is super, super down to earth, super awesome. Just very, very good people. Yeah, and yes, because it was funny because I was talking to Kevin, he was like, this is fabulous model. She's doing all these things now. She was the very first model from HFL. I'm like, wow. I'm like, okay. Well, let me see if she likes my jewelry. Let me see. Maybe she knows. And she was like, I approached her, and she's like, of course. And I was like, seriously? Oh my God. Like, this girl is like the face of olive oil. Really? Okay. Yeah, the face of olive oil hair product. Yeah, this is her we're talking to, just in case y'all want to know it.
And it's funny because everyone's always like, oh my God, thank you for responding to me. And I'm like, oh, thank you for reaching out to me. Like, I'm just as excited as you guys are. So I love when people contact me. I don't take anyone for granted. And I feel like you said a mouthful, and I feel like any model or any artist that's listening to this, you're speaking from the other side, from the interviewer side, from the radio host side, from, you know what I mean?
Right.
Regardless of the backing or the fan base that you have, regardless of, the magazines that you have or haven't done, if you have an awesome personality and a willingness, and I really feel like it's an enthusiasm that's refreshing. Like when I speak to a lot of people, I know this over and over and over and over again. I hear that your personality is so refreshing, and I feel like when you make other people feel good, they're gonna want to return that and go that much farther for you.
Absolutely.
Because I don't even like to talk about my work and the things that I do, and just my personality alone and me wanting to be a part of whatever program that's happening, whatever project that's happening. That alone gets me there. And then when they find out the work that I do, they're like, oh, want to work with us? I'm like, yeah. You know, well, Clint and I, you know, so just don't think you're ever too good for anybody. You can be replaced like that. Remember that. I always talk about Charlie Sheen was the highest paid actor in Hollywood, and he got replaced with Ashton Kutcher like that.
Right.
Like it was nothing. It was nothing. It was nothing. So, you know, just remember that you said a mouthful. It's all about personality. And whenever I want to be a part of a project, I don't look at it as, oh, this magazine is going to give you this, and this place. That is true, and that does come across my mind. But overall, this is somebody's business. This is somebody's brand. How can I add to this? You know what I mean? I would love to be a part of this project. This is now my project because I'm being a part of it. So, how can I keep my integrity and add to it? So I think that's another thing that's going to get a lot of artists far when they're trying to get ahead and they're trying to move up in that status level.
Absolutely. And
I agree. Like, you just don't know who you're talking to. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, and just by, just a smile or waving hello or actually having a dialogue, you'd be surprised. A lot of people that I put in HFL Magazine, just off the strength of I was in some random place, some random event, and they decided to chop it up with me for 3 or 4 minutes. Like, oh, that was cool. You have no idea who I am. Like, you, teacher. Now. Yep. It's like you just don't know, who you're talking to. So you have to treat people well, because when you treat people well, it's going to come back to you. Whatever you're radiating, you're going to get back. You give positive energy, you get positive energy back.
Absolutely.
And I would say also direct approach. I get a lot of people and artists reaching out. I really love direct approach. I really love direct communication, rather than just leaving it lingering through a text or lingering through an email. Talk to the person directly, because it's a lot more better because it's more personal. When you're talking to that person, and you guys can hear one another, and you can talk about a lot more and get more further, instead of just saying, hey, I heard about this magazine, I want to get a feature, or hey, you introduce yourself. This is such and such and such, and I heard you on this. I want to be featured, or just reaching out in a direct approach. I like to call people on the phone. I'm a human, so I like to have a human thing. So it would be a lot more better for me. You know how many texts I get that I'm, most likely I'll look at it, but I'll forget to get back to it later. I'm a mompreneur. I got octopus arms. I'm not gonna remember unless you do something directly with me or call me direct when I say, okay, let me take care of this right now, get it done, and it's done. But I just think a lot of people leave that lingering, and then now when we're at these events or at these social media, people are actually shocked. Having anxiety attacks or scared to come and talk to you. And I just went on Facebook the other day. I want to read my Facebook friends in real life. Especially the ones that's in my city. Look, we need to meet up where I'm unfriended. Yeah. There's no need for you to just be watching my page. It's just stalkers. You're right. Too much talking.
No, you're right about that.
Direct communication, direct approach is everything done. Instantly. We won't linger. You'll get it taken care of, and you'll be good.
Right. The last thing I did want to add, as far as events go, one thing that I noticed, and like I said, for all artists, and especially models or actors listening, I noticed that the most important people on set or in your environment be like the bummiest looking people. And so usually you don't, like a lot of major photographers, or whenever I'm on set for a show or something, usually the guys in, the bummy torn up jeans and the shirts with the stains on them and the dusty looking sneakers, those be like the directors and the producers of the show. So you have to, and trust me, I've learned that the hard way. That's what I'm saying. Someone tries to fall. Oh, I've learned that the hard way. Oh yes. There's a reason why I'm so humble. I've learned my stuff the hard way. Like, you know what I mean? Someone come up to you and start talking to you, and you're looking at them, and they just look a hot mess, and you're like, oh no, thanks, and you walk off. And then next thing you know, they're the most important person in the building, and then it's exactly right. You never know who you're talking to.
I guess they work so hard that they don't have time to get dressed.
Right.
Or what
That's how they got City Bobby. They run the show, you know.
Right.
It's my show. What the hell? I ain't gotta get dressed. But I think yeah, and that's what's so important. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to just be kind to people, like, for real. But one thing I will say, artists, for the love of God, if y'all stop sending links without saying hi to someone, one of these days, someone's gonna write you back. You're not gonna like the answer. Don't do that. That's just rude. Don't just automatically message me or automatically tweet me because I tweeted another artist. Like that doesn't look good on your part. And it could be a good song, but because you didn't say anything and you just tell me to retweet it, yeah, I'm not gonna check it out. I'm sorry. That's not how this goes. There are proper channels to send music and follow those proper channels because that's how you turn people off. That's the biggest thing. You know, and I'm sure K4S can say the same thing about that. So I'm sure you've had many people be like, yo, put me in the magazine. Or I've had people come at me like, yeah, you know, I want to be on the radio show. Who are you? What? Why am I talking to you right now? Oh, that you approached me because you want to be on the radio show. Okay, this is easy now. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you do.
Okay.
Sending links without connecting someone is the quickest way to get cut the hell off.
You know what I mean? And like, if you come off the wrong way, or you come off immediately like it's all self-motivated, or you have ulterior motives, you know, you're less likely to get a positive response.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what it's about. It's about conducting yourself. You know, and I think a lot of people don't understand. Like I said, people will look for you. Like, real talk. If you're doing something good, like, I'll randomly come across an artist and be like, whoa, that was dope. Let me see who this is. You know, and I'm sure, you know, all of us are the same way. DIVA is the same way. Randomly just, or we'll hear about you through someone else. But, you know, you guys need to change this approach of just, like, spitting out links. Because, now there's all these viruses coming out, so people don't know what the heck they're clicking on.
Exactly. Every 5 minutes, I'm losing 13 pounds. I'm like, what is going on? Every 5 seconds, I'm on RSVP X90 or whatever it is, you know, losing 13 pounds. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm not clicking on anything.
Right. Exactly. Hold on, your owner person don't want to say hello. Miss Carter Blue was in the building.
Oh my God.
Hello. Her phone's acting up. I'll come back there. But yeah, but you know,
hello. My bad.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I had myself on mute. My bad.
It's all good. Go ahead, Mama. Got any questions for K4S? Anytime.
Yeah, I just wanted to. I'm gonna make it brief because I'm in mommy mode. But I just wanted to say, you know, I'm really enjoying the show, and I really enjoy Miss Lady. You know, I'm actually just barely tuning in, and I'm sorry I didn't catch your name or anything, but I like everything that you're saying. I'm really loving the show. I'm really, really loving it.
Oh, thanks. Is you talking about me or Danaya?
You. I know about that.
Hi, I'm Tanya. Nice to meet you.
I'm so sorry. It probably sounds. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. My bad.
No, you're on this all good. We understand.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, because I love everything that you're saying. You know, it for a woman like me, really look up to women like you that's doing things positive with their life, and you know, it's a great motivation for myself, and I'm pretty sure to a lot of women too. So keep doing a great job. And I really admire that, and thank you. I just wanted to say thank you.
So before you go, Miss Lady, just wanted to introduce Miss Carter Blue. She's actually going to be the next Danaya Event for You jewelry model for September. So
I'm getting there. And if it wasn't for Miss Danaya, I probably honestly wouldn't even be doing it. Seriously, because like I mean like I've done it before like when in my younger years, but like if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be doing it because like nowadays like modeling is not, it's more like taking off your clothes and being naked, and that's just not the look I'm going for. So I kind of like left everything alone. I'm also a radio host myself, and like I look for women like such as yourself that have something to say about themselves and do beyond more than just be somebody's eye candy, so to speak.
Right.
Right. So.
And that's important to me. That's why I like to show girls. And to me, like, the perception is everything. Because, like you said, a lot of people think modeling is about taking your clothing off. And if you look at my work is actually rather conservative because I don't take my clothing off in my work. Now, I don't have anything against swimsuit modeling, and I do intend to, dabble in it a little bit maybe in the near future because I feel like I'm already established as far as everyone's perception of me. But yeah, I like to show that you don't have to take off your clothing. You don't have to be a particular age. I like to tell people because a lot of people think that they're too old to, start modeling or acting.
Right.
And I always like to give the example of, say, for like a Folgers commercial. If Folgers were hiring for a family, they need a mom, a dad, a son, and a daughter. I'm 23 years old. Could I walk into a casting trying to be a 15-year-old kid's mom? No. They're going to need someone older to play that. There's a huge market for older, middle-aged, and even senior citizen actors. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's a big market for them. So the main thing is, doing your research and being informed about the industry, connecting with people who have that experience. So, they can tell you that you don't have to call it quits just because you're being told that you're too old, you're too this. You're always going to be too something. And so just, be confident in yourself. If you feel it in your heart, the universe gives us different things to love for a reason. I feel like if you have talent or you have a passion, if you don't do it, it's kind of like a slap in God's face because you're just ignoring it. You owe it. You owe it to yourself, the universe, and the world to do whatever God put in your heart to love. Period. No matter what.
You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right because that I completely agree, and that's why I said like women. We need like more women like you. I mean, I'm about to be 30 in September anyway, so I mean, I love hearing stuff like that when it comes to exactly what you just said, and it makes me feel good to hear stuff like that from women like you. You being young and speaking to other women. Yeah, I mean it's okay to look sexy and all that stuff. You don't have to establish yourself by looking like a being completely naked. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you can still be conservative and still be sexy at the same time, which is great.
Right.
And I applaud you for that. And we need a lot of women like that. And I think you are a great asset to women like myself and plenty of other women. You know what I mean? So, salute to you. Salute to you.
Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness, we are coming to the end of our show. This has been amazing, celebrating HFL's Year Anniversary. Miss Kenya Thomas, can you please tell people where they can find you if they need to book you or get in contact with you? I know you're taking some time to social media for a minute, so.
Spiritual grounding, yes.
Yes, so let people know where they can reach you if they want to book you, though.
Well, like I said, we'll start with my social networks. I'm taking a little break from it, but we can start with there. So I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. On Instagram and Twitter, it's at Model K Thomas, so ModelKThomas. On Facebook, you can just put in Kenya Thomas or Facebook.com/Model Kenya Thomas. If you don't have any social network, you can just reach me through my website, and it's kenyathomas.com, KENYATHOMAS, or you can just email me at info@kenyathomas.com.
Absolutely. And Mr. K4S, let people know where they can reach you.
K4S Entertainment on Facebook. K4 K4S_ENT on Twitter and on Instagram, and K4SENT.com. You know, it's related to, you know, the business side of things. And that's it. I'm around. You know, and you can Google me, I guess. But whatever.
Awesome. Miss Carter Blue, let people know where they can reach you at. Carter Blue. If you want to click. Well, you guys want to make sure that you guys tune in this Sunday. It is the final show on Next Legacy. This is the final show of Ladies Night Radio, though. But you guys can still follow me on Twitter at DANAYAZURE, like the Facebook page, facebook.com/Danaya Designs for You. Make sure to follow Next Legacy on Twitter at Next Legacy, because even though we're off radio, we still will be doing a lot, believe me, because we have people all over the country doing things.
I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Let's see. I got Oh, I remember. Yeah, I got cut off. I remember what happened. Yeah, Block cut us off. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna close it out with Yaya and Beautiful.
Every morning in the mirror, I look in your face. I'm trying to figure out just what it is that I can take. Be the big brown eyes, tiny Davis, baby girl. Oh, the smile that we show can light a dark cold world. Oh, the brown skin my grandma says we'll never look old. Stories from my family that won't go untold. Something gotta get to it. From now on, when I see my face, I'll see nothing.
Oh, they cut us flat off. Like it was like, oh, we're done. I think we broke Blog Talk anyway, so we had so many people that called, and it was dope. It was really, really good. But yeah, it's a mess.
I am beautiful. I am beautiful.
Shout out to all the fabulous queens that helped out with that project. This is a project I did for school when I was at IMS, Illinois Media School.
It's a struggle every day to know my self-worth. Everywhere I go, there's someone showing me my place. Without even knowing what's beyond my face. I know one thing, and that's I don't make no mistakes. So when they ask me who I am, I'll just stand and say I'd rather show you watch they go.
I'm beautiful. I am beautiful.
I am beautiful.
I am beautiful. I am beautiful. I am beautiful.
Shout out to her.
I am beautiful. I'm beautiful.
Yes, yes. Shout out to B Ray Marketing. Yes. We're gonna do one more song from Tanisha Terrell because she is currently featured in HFL Magazine. Hold on. Actually, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do this one and then we'll do the. Okay, yeah, so we'll do the commercial first and then we'll do Tanisha. This is the commercial that we did for school. Shout out to Popcorn.
Popcorn. Located at 4655 South King Drive. Approved by Papa's everywhere.
Everybody, it's your girl Tanisha. And today I'm
You can find Tanisha in the current issue of HFL Magazine. Go to www.K4S Ent.com. Y'all would find out why she's in there. Go ahead, listen to this. Right quick. Listen theater mode.
with all my heart. I love you, baby. Stay with me, and you will see my arms. Will hold you, baby. Never leave, 'cause I believe I'm in love. Sweet love, hear me calling out your name. I feel no shaking, I'm in love. Don't you ever go away. It'll always be this way. Your heart has come closer to you. I will be all that you need. Just trust what we're feeling. Never leave, 'cause I believe I'm in love. Oh, hear me calling out your name. I feel no shaking, I'm in love. Sweet love, don't you ever go away. It'll always be this way. There's no true love in this world. Oh, baby, you're my man and I'm your girl. I'll never go. Wait and see, it can't be wrong. Don't you know this is where you belong? So sweet dreams of lovely, baby. Stay right here. Never fear, I will be all that you need.
That's where you can find the actual song. Well, her cover is on that link.
Sweet love, hear me calling out your name. I feel no shaking, I'm in love. Don't you ever go away. It'll always be this way.
Thank you guys for joining me. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, Snapchat, at Danaya. Hold on, we're gonna play that tomorrow because that's gonna be really, it's long and B, it's really triggering. So we're gonna play that video tomorrow. Yeah, we'll play that tomorrow after the Kelly Price interview recap, which was so much fun. Shout out to I Am Brandon. Shout out to Kelly Price's team. That was super, super duper amazing and like super. That was like my first big interview that I booked, so I'm really excited to show you guys that one. So we'll play Mom's Memorial after that because I need to have a couple of drinks before I play that one. But yeah, I think everybody that tuned in can in and out. I loved it. Like, I know it's hard to stick around, but what I love about what I do when it comes to radio and what we did was we had shows that had real content, giving real game to people that ordinarily wouldn't get it. Kevin doesn't do interviews, okay, at all. So like he's maybe done 4 or 5, actually like in the past few years. So he's not really on that tip right now. So the fact that he came through and blessed the station was really, really dope. And the fact that was our last show, it was amazing. It was amazing to have him on. It was amazing to have Kenya on. And they gave so many nuggets. That's definitely one of my favorite shows, period, that I've ever done. I've done hundreds of shows, and that was definitely one of my favorites for sure. But yeah, make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, and Snapchat at DanayaZure. That's DANAYAZURE. Like the Facebook page, facebook.com/right? Oh, thank you. Yeah, so it's Kelly Price is really good too. So it's I hear that tomorrow. It's gonna be on point. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, and Snapchat. Like the Facebook page, facebook.com/TheNightIsNight for you, facebook.com/K4S Entertainment. Grab your copy of HFL Magazine right now. You can do that at www.K4SEnt.com. Shout out to all my mods, especially just my 5 cents. She got the same game that I do when it comes to moderating, and I love it. I was like, I knew I was making the right decision when I made her mod. I was like, I think she'll mind, and she's just killing the game. I love it. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. I forgot the time. I have to check and see what time we'll be back tomorrow. But I'll be back tomorrow at some point with the Kelly Price recap. And then I gotta figure out which one to do next. There's a couple other ones I want to do. I might actually just do some of the interviews that I've done when I was at the station, so you guys can actually visually see us. So we'll see. We'll figure it out. I might have some days where I literally just run my playlist. That y'all have stuff y'all haven't seen yet. We'll figure it out. It just depends on how I'm feeling. Hey, I need to watch 10 hours, so we're gonna get this done any way possible. And we need to watch 10 hours, and I have a whole bunch of content. So we're gonna go ahead and get these hours together. If you don't catch it now, you'll catch it on the replay. I'm not even worried. I don't expect y'all to be to listen to the entire thing. But if you have time to listen to the entire thing, why not? Because it's dope ass content. Like, just put it on. Just go put it on. Just let it play and get all the nuggets. People charge a lot of money for those nuggets that were given for free. I mean, they gave away a lot of the game, which is pretty dope. I am connected to some amazing people. Y'all are going to find that out very, very soon. I'm so excited to be launching my series. I have a couple series on here. So I'm launching them here because, again, I need to watch them hours. So, hey, why the hell not? Why not do them on YouTube when I need to get my watch time hours up? So, yes. Make sure you follow everybody that was in this broadcast because got the coldest minds in the world, period. No questions asked. We have an amazing team. Shout out to No Crabs in the Barrel. Shout out to Gada. Shout out to Erica. Shout out to all the amazing people that I'm connected to. Madam, Deanna, Shantastic. If you didn't, shout out to Unicorn Gang. Yeah, Unicorn Gang came through today. So yeah, make sure that you guys subscribe to Gada. Subscribe to Madam. Subscribe to Shantastic. Subscribe to Deanna. Subscribe to Just My 5. Subscribe to Zarina. At some point, we are going to get her doing content at some point. Don't ask me when, but just subscribe because at some point she will be doing content. I'm just saying. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Yes, thank you guys for coming through. I truly appreciate every single one of you. And if you haven't already been told so, you are incredible and continue to express what makes you unique. Bye.